Hey you guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a new discoveries video. This is essentially the things that are kind of on my radar. I have some really cool stuff that I've been investigating, some things that I've discovered, some things that I bought just from scrolling through Instagram, and I'm curious if they're things that you're interested in as well. And then I have a couple skincare things that I definitely want to find out if they are things that you are interested in learning more about, and then I will go down that rabbit hole. So let's get into this. I want to start with something that I've been investigating for a little while, but I really wanted to find out, what you guys think about it, and it's Volufiline. Now, this is an ingredient that is pretty prevalent in Asia, and basically it is all about kind of increasing our fat. Now, I know that that sounds crazy, but as we age, of course, we lose fat, we lose bone, we lose collagen. All of these things cause volume loss, and that can contribute to an aged appearance. So the idea behind Volufiline is that it is a topical that can help to increase fat in the area where it is applied. Now, I want to say that I'm still doing the surface research, and I saw this in the magazine New Beauty. Basically, they're saying that it's a K-beauty kind of cutting edge ingredient, and quote, they say, studies show that it also stimulates and promotes lipid storage, leading to an increase of volume in the fatty tissue. Overall, it helps to plump and smooth skin, improve skin elasticity, and reduce appearance of wrinkles. Okay, so there are brands that exist that have this ingredient in them. I found a couple online, and so of course I ordered them. One of them is Sederma, and then the other, this is the Sederma, and it is basically an ampule, it's like a serum, right? Okay, you can see that. And then the other one is from Sederma. Now, Sederma was, I think, the original brand that kind of came up with this ingredient. And this is the Sederma. Now, I gotta say that for me, volume is actually not an issue for me. In fact, I'm often trying to reduce volume in my face. However, I know that so many people out there as we age are talking about volume loss. I mean, especially like under the eyes, hollows, it can make us look gaunt, it can make us look aged. So where they're saying that you can use Volufiline is on your lips, on parts of your body that you might want to replump, and then of course like under your eyes, anywhere that you might notice significant volume loss as you age. And that's how I look at it, more of as you age, not necessarily like a young person looking to enhance their lips or something. That's not where I'm coming from. Okay, so I started to investigate this. I think that is an incredibly just very, very interesting ingredient. And I discovered that Sculpla, which I used to do Sculpla treatments when I was in the treatment room, Sculpla has an eye cream that actually has Volufiline in it. I don't own that eye cream, and I literally just discovered it as I was doing this research. So I wanted to let you know that in case Volufiline is kind of an ingredient that you're also interested in, I will link the New Beauty article, and then I will also link any other articles that I can find, because there are a few articles. Most of them are like blog posts or other people reporting about Volufiline. But if it's interesting to you, you might want to go down that rabbit hole as well. So I wanted to put that on your radar because I do think that that is really, really interesting potential. Okay, so that's Volufiline. Next thing that I have been trying out, and I kind of just want to gauge, your interest on this. I've been trying out the Bioequa Enercharger. Now, I saw this first on Katie, the organic esthetician. She did a video on this, and then also Tara Pretty did a video on this. I'm going to link both of them. They did a couple videos, both of them. I'm going to link both of their channels in the description box. So if you want to get, maybe a protocol, you want to see it, that kind of thing in action, you can check it out there. The premise behind the Bioequa Enercharger is pulsed electric field technology. It's electroporation. Essentially, this sends, or supposedly sends, a cold ion blast that is also an energy field at your skin, and it causes kind of temporary pores to open up so that whatever you've applied to your skin can penetrate into your skin. So it's kind of like needle-free, mesotherapy, or, it's that premise of disrupting the barrier so that topicals can get in, and they're doing it via a field of electricity, and then those pores open up and then they close back down. They're not open for any length of time, and obviously there's no mechanical, physical, there's no microneedling holes or anything like that. So far, my experience with this one has been kind of hit and miss. I've used it several times, and I've actually really enjoyed how my skin looked after. My skin definitely looked more hydrated and brighter right in the moment. And I've been using it with my Superoxide Dismutase mist from Neod, and then I've also been using it with my Prima Skin. And both of those have ingredients in them that are really, really fantastic. They are my two very favorite antioxidant mists that I've owned, and this one has been a favorite for a long, long, long time. I've talked about it forever. So I was really actually pretty excited because they're both water-based, and that's what you need with this. So I sprayed until my skin was super wet, which was what Katie recommended, the organic esthetician. And then when you use it, you really do feel this kind of cold blast on your face, and that in itself is super pleasant. Then when you're all done, it goes in 1 minute increments. When you're all done, the skin is definitely more hydrated. It definitely looks like brighter, and that could be also from the cold air. My problem is the technology of pulsed electric field technology I'm just not sure that technology is actually in this device. There are specific specs that need to be adhered to in order to actually cause electroporation, and I'm just not sure that this has them. I'm not sure how to explain it better than, yes, the technology, pulsed electric field technology definitely does work. It is a thing and it works. I just don't know if it's actually in this or if it's just blowing cold air on my face. I'm just not sure about that. The other thing about this is that when I have used it several times during the treatment, it will kind of sputter and there's nothing blowing on my face at all. So you'll be going along and then it comes back. But that's kind of concerning because I've probably used it maybe 20 times and I don't feel like it should already be sputtering. So there's a concern there as well. So I'm on the fence about this completely. And I'm curious if you would be interested in to learn more about electroporation, because I do also own the Leaf, which is an electroporation device. I could definitely dive deeper. But again, I do want you to visit Katie or visit Tara if this is something that you want to see in action and you want to see a little bit more about it. They have videos and they're really great videos, so definitely check it out with them. So that's also a new discovery kind of on my radar. Next thing was, I was in LA recently and I had a FaceGym facial, and I put this on my Instagram, and if you're not following me on Instagram, you should do that. I will put that link in the description box. But I went in and I had a FaceGym facial, and I took a bunch of footage while I was doing it, and I have to say that it's literally the best facial I have ever had. It is so interesting and unique, and it felt amazing. My skin looked amazing after. I could tell that I was lifted. I just could not believe how fantastic this facial was. It was not the kind of facial where you kind of just feel like you got some relaxation and then that was it. This actually felt like it affected a change in the way that I looked in that moment. And my practitioner's name was Haley in West Hollywood. She was amazing. I mean, honestly, I could not believe what her hands could do. The massage, if you have had a FaceGym facial, definitely comment down below because it is incredible. Now, FaceGym doesn't exist everywhere. I looked it up. They have, they're in New York. There's a bunch of them in New York, and then there is in Southern California. We don't have them here in Portland or anything like that. So I picked up some of the tools that Haley used on me to kind of try and do a little bit of these things at home. So I picked up their little, it looks like a workout ball, right? Which is actually kind of the premise, and it's for your face. I will tell you that when I first saw this, I was like, that seems really super duper gimmicky. I mean, it really does, right? Until Haley put it on my face. And then I was like, whoa, that is incredible how relaxing and good that feels, and just immediately makes you feel just like de-stressed. Incredible. So the way that she used this is she actually would place it in different places on your face, and she would press it and then stretch the muscle. Now, when you do this at home with this little ball, it's actually kind of, you get this tension in your neck. So what I figured out was if you hold the back of your neck and this ball and you press, oh my gosh, you guys, it's incredible. You get this relief in this spot, which is one of those spots that we can carry a lot of tension, and then also our neck. And something about this, I mean, honestly, it feels so good. It's incredible. And it is not lost on me how ridiculous this looks, but I have to tell you, wow, what a cool little simple tool to relax, stretch, warm up your muscles, etc. Because she used this on me before she did the microcurrent portion of the treatment, which actually was EMS. And that's another thing that was kind of interesting. I'm not usually a huge proponent of EMS. However, it got me super interested in just kind of diving into EMS a little bit further and kind of researching the effects that it has on our facial muscles, etc. Because there is no doubt that I walked out of that facial and my face looked lifted. It definitely looked lifted versus when I walked in. Just the overall look of my face was brighter and tighter and lifted, and that was pretty cool. The other thing that you can do with something like this, and I suppose you could just find something like this, it is literally a little rubber ball that it's slightly firm, so it feels like, you know, like a workout ball, only tiny. And you could lay back so that there is no tension on your neck, and you could do that. She literally put it all over my face and just stretched and lifted the muscles. And again, I cannot reiterate enough how ridiculous I understand that it looks. I agree, and I thought so too. It feels so good. It feels so good. So that is a new discovery that I'm super excited that I picked up, that I didn't leave there. I'm glad I have it. I also picked up from them their cleanser. This cleanser is super interesting. Now, it contains enzymes, and it is kind of like a cream to a very, very slightly bubbling consistency. It is a beautiful cleanser. I mean, it is a sensory experience. It has the most subtle fragrance. It's not super fragrance. I'm going to put the ingredients up on the screen, of course, but it has those enzymes, which I really, really love that on a regular basis because it's a super gentle way to exfoliate your skin without overstripping it, without causing, you know, barrier issues, etc. So I was really glad that I picked this up as well. This is their Electrolyte Energizing Brightening Gel Cleanser. It is not a normal gel cleanser. It is like a thick gel cream, and because it has those enzymes and it only slightly foams, like when you're going to rinse a little bit, you get a little bit of foam. It does not leave your skin dry, tight, stripped, nothing. I have a feeling that this is going to wind up in a favorites because it is such a pleasant cleanser to use, and it's actually not like any cleanser I've ever used before. It is definitely not like a normal gel cleanser. Yeah, so enjoying this one very much. This is also a new discovery. Okay, the next thing is a little bit different, and I've been asked a lot to share the supplements that I take, and I'm slightly uncomfortable with that because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I am a lay person when it comes to supplements. Just like lots of you, there are so many people out there that are so much smarter when it comes to supplements than I. But I do want to share with you the things that I've learned recently, and so some of the things that I am taking that I do think are helping my appearance. The very, very number one thing that I've researched and discovered recently is Dandelion. So if you are someone who carries any kind of water in your tissue, if you find that you get puffy, if you find that, you know, you carry water weight, or you wake up and you feel swollen, Dandelion is one of those ingredients that you can look for that can be helpful. It is a natural diuretic, high in potassium, and it can really help with your liver function, and it can help to, you know, shed excess water off your tissue. So I picked up some Dandelion at Whole Foods. That's where I went to pick it up. This is the one that I got from Whole Foods. It's by, I think it's by Nature's Way. I'll have to look at the front. Anyway, they're just capsules, you guys. This was the one that the lady at Whole Foods recommended. I think it makes a huge difference. You take like 3 of these and you can definitely tell that it's a diuretic in a very, very gentle way. Like, you don't feel like you're all dried out or anything like that. You just feel like it helps to kind of get rid of a little bit of the puffiness. The other thing that I got that has Dandelion in it is this Dandy it's a drink that is a powder that you mix in with, you can make it hot or you can make it cold. I actually saw this on Christina, the founder of Jouer. I saw this on her Instagram. She shared about this. And once I saw that it was Dandelion, I was like, ooh, I'm going to check that out because I was already taking this. So I picked this up. I love it. You literally put it into a little bit of hot water. And the other thing that she suggested that I am now doing also is she has these 0-calorie syrups. Now, I understand that 0 calorie, 0 sugar often means that there are other things in there that some people may not want in their diet. I'm okay with it. So that is something that you have to decide for yourself. So the way that I've been doing it is exactly what Christina was doing, is putting some of this in hot water, making almost like a tea, and then putting a little bit of a syrup in it. I got several of them. This one is pumpkin cheesecake, and it makes for this really delicious 0-calorie drink that is caffeine free, but it definitely helps to flush excess water. So it was like win-win-win, because I love to have like a cup of coffee in the afternoon, only it can affect my sleep at night. And I love teas. I do love teas, but I don't love them enough like I crave them. This actually has kind of that nutty flavor to it that almost resembles a coffee, like coffee tea hybrid almost. And then you make it sweet, so it's almost like a treat. It's just really been one of those discoveries that I've been enjoying every single day. And I feel like it's definitely helping with puffiness that is the bane of my existence. I mean, I feel like I have it every single day, and I try and adjust my diet and adjust all these things, and this has been helping me out. Okay, 2 more things. Oh, no, 3 more things. Okay, I took my eyelash extensions off, and I was prepping for that by using Eyelash Serum all along the way, and I'm very happy because I never looked bald when I took them off, because my eyelashes were already growing out from using my Revitalash, essentially. What I did as soon as I took them off, though, is I tinted my eyelashes, and I also gave myself an eyelash lift. Now, you can get this from a professional, and they do a great job, so know that that service exists. I'm sure a lot of you do. But also know that you can actually do it to yourself at home. It's essentially doing a perm on your eyelashes. It sounds super scary, but it's actually really, really easy. I mean, it is really super easy. The first time that I did it, I actually had my niece do it for me. She is not a cosmetologist. She is not a hairstylist or an esthetician, and she had no problem doing an eyelash lift on my eyes. So I picked up this one. It is just literally called Eyelash Lift, and it's by this brand called Revitalash. This is the same brand that I use for tinting my eyelashes. So if you're somebody who maybe you're removing your eyelash extensions, maybe you always wear false lashes, but sometimes you would like to just have your natural lashes and you would like them to look their best, consider using an eyelash serum. That can make the biggest difference in the world. Consider doing an eyelash lift, another thing that can make a huge difference. And then definitely also consider tinting your eyelashes. All of those things are far easier than any of us would ever think to do to ourselves. They're actually not difficult. So that is another sort of new discovery. The last 2 things, you guys, when I do want to wear false lashes, I am no good at it. I mean, I'm really no good at it. It is usually like, okay, I'm going to put on these false lashes, and am I going to end up having to wash my whole entire face because I screwed them up so bad? The glue is everywhere and I'm a mess. That's usually kind of the thing I have to consider before I start, because it can go either way, 50-50. It can go great and they look fantastic, or I can be a gooey mess and literally have to start over. Until I saw an ad on Instagram, stinking Instagram. I tell you, I know a bunch of you are like this too, but I saw an ad on Instagram for Nelo Cosmetics. Now, all this is eyelash glue in a felt tip pen, right? I did not know that these existed. Now, I know a bunch of you probably did, but I did not. And so I ordered these. I cannot tell you how easy this makes putting on false lashes. This makes putting on false lashes like nothing. So easy. And I am not good at it. I mean, I cannot tell you how bad I am at false lashes, and this makes them like nothing. They're so easy to do. What I discovered after I ordered these from Nelo, because I ordered the black and I also ordered a clear, is that now you can actually get them at the drugstore. Kiss makes them, Eyelure makes them, and I think one other brand I saw at Walgreens makes an eyeliner glue for lashes. So you don't actually have to order from this Nelo Cosmetics. You can get them from any of those drugstore brands. But if you are someone who occasionally wants to wear eyelash extension or false eyelashes, and it's just like, it's too much, it's too difficult, it's hit and miss, you should try this, because this makes all the difference in the world and makes it pretty foolproof. I don't know why they didn't think of this sooner, because this is a game changer for sure. I did see that my friend Anne from the channel AnnePmakeupandmore, she did a video on this and she was like, why is this not viral? And it was right when I was testing these out, and I'm watching her video like nodding like, yeah, why is this not viral? I will link that video also, because she does a really fantastic job demoing these, because it's a game changer. They are so fantastic. The last thing, you guys, that I picked up that I think is super duper cool and innovative and really neat, because of the person who started this company, who came up with this. This is called Guide, and it is an eyeliner. Now, it's a tool for applying eyeliner. This is a really flexible tip, and what you can do is when you use it with their cream eyeliner, I'm sure you could use it with other cream eyeliners, but everything I have read said that it works the best with theirs. Like, they created the formula kind of to be the right consistency for use with this tool, but I'm sure you could pick up a different one and test it out. You either put it on this tool this way and you can line the top of your lid. You have a little place to rest your finger, and what it is it was developed by a woman who has Parkinson's, and she needed a more stable way to apply her eyeliner. And so what you can do with this is you can actually rest it on your cheek and apply your eyeliner. Now, I don't need to do that. I don't have a shake, but I'm not really that great at applying eyeliner. I have always had trouble doing the whole wing. So I picked it up thinking, oh, maybe this will help me with that. The very first time that I used this, I was blown away at how easy I just created this cat eye look. It was incredible. Then I started watching a bunch of YouTube videos on it, because I was like really intrigued by it. And I found out that you can also tightline with this by putting the product on the back of it. Yep, it makes tightlining the underneath of your upper waterline easy peasy, no problem, so easy. Then you can also use the front part to tightline the lower part. Every single way that you would want to use a traditional eyeliner pen, this makes it easier. It just makes it easier. And I think that this would be a fantastic gift for like a mom or a grandma who maybe likes to wear eyeliner, etc., but is having trouble as they're getting older. Or if you're just somebody who struggles with the application and you need something that will help you, be more stable, it is amazing. It is really, really a great way to apply your eyeliner. And then finally, I just think that the story and the woman behind it is really, really cool. I think that she took this thing, her Parkinson's, and turned it into a huge positive, and is going to help so many people with a tool that can convert you from being unable to do something that maybe you've always done or you've wanted to do into something that you can totally do easily. So I'm really, really excited to share this and to support that company. I'm not an affiliate or anything. I just wanted to share it with you guys so that you knew it existed in case you didn't. I have seen a couple of YouTube videos with demos, and I will share those. I'm not a makeup artist. You wouldn't want to watch me demo this. So I will share some videos of others who are doing it, and they're probably affiliates, so you could probably find discount codes with them also. Anyway, I really do think that this is an awesome new discovery. Not only the tool, but the company and the woman behind it. Okay, guys, I think that those are all of my new discoveries. Please let me know in the comments section. Are you interested in more information on Volufiline? I think that's how you pronounce it. It might be Volufiline, not sure. Let me know if you're interested in more information about that. And I will continue my deep dive, and I'll do a dedicated video on it. I'd be happy to do that. I'm researching it a bunch anyway. Let me know if you're interested in more information about the Bioequa Enercharger, or if it's just one of those things that you're like, nah, it's another thing that, no. I kind of feel you both ways. I feel interested in this, but I also feel skeptical. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. And then I'd love to hear what supplements you take. What are the things that make you feel your best? I have a bunch more in front of me, and I'd be happy to do a dedicated video to all of the supplements and nutritional things that I take, because as I've aged, I definitely do take a lot more. My liposomals are like kind of the basis for all of that. But I'd love to hear what you take and what makes you feel your best and that you think is like non-negotiable for supplements. I'd love to hear that. I do hope that you guys are having a good day. This was a really fun video. I'm kind of throwing it back to when I used to do these all the time. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't, and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.